I've never wanted to put myself out there like that. I've never wanted to expose my biggest secret, I guess. I feel like I'm finally ready to share my story with you guys. You know, I hope that this video finds you. If you have struggled with hair loss and, you know, just with your hair in general, I hope that my video can give you hope that, you know, it's not as bad as it seems. Hey guys, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. My name is Naomi Sarah, and here on this channel I love to do natural hair videos. I also love to do a lot of DIYs and reviews, like for hair products and for music and other things that I enjoy. So if you guys are interested in any of that, definitely make sure you subscribe. In today's video, I am finally going to be giving you guys my natural hair journey story. I've wanted to do this like ever since I started my channel. This was one of the main things I wanted to do and to share with you guys, but the thing that kept me from doing it is that this story is extremely personal. Obviously every natural hair journey story is personal, but this one I have not shared with many people in my life. There's only a handful of people who know all that I've actually gone through with my hair. It's really nerve-wracking to even tell you guys like all that I've been through, and maybe for some of you it might seem a bit vain or whatever, but for me it's something that I have not told many people, and I feel like I have enough courage now to share it with you guys. So yeah, like I haven't even told you guys and I'm already getting emotional about it. So anyways, let's get into the video. If you guys want to listen to my natural hair journey story, then please keep watching. Okay, so I've been natural for the past maybe 8 years, I would say, give or take. You know, since when? Maybe 2012, I decided to fully go natural and stop relaxing my hair completely. And the reason I did that is because I don't even know where to start, guys. Like, jeez. Let me start at the beginning. I'll start at the beginning. Okay, so my natural hair story began when I was born, obviously. So I was born with a full head of hair. You know, my mom always jokes that I have always been obsessed with hair. She went to a psychic, and the psychic told her that I would be obsessed with hair. And I feel like it is true. I am obsessed with hair. I'm obsessed with my hair. I'm obsessed with making sure my hair always looks perfect. It always looks put together and everything is in place. I have a lot of control issues over my hair. Yeah, so when I was like 3 or 4, I ended up cutting my hair in the middle of my head because I wanted to be a hairdresser, and I was cutting my little Cabbage Patch Baby doll's hair too, and I cut mine at the same time. And my mom still has my little braids. I was natural maybe until I was 9 or 10, and then my mom decided to relax my hair. And this was more of a mutual decision because, you know, I also wanted to have straight hair, and all my friends had straight hair, and I wanted to fit in with them as well. So my mom also had arthritis in her hands, so she couldn't really keep up with doing my hair. So we got my hair relaxed, and I started doing it myself. My hair had always stayed about at this length. It never really grew past that. And, you know, I would just relax it every couple of months, and I would continue doing that for the next couple of years. When I was about 13, I finally got my first weave, I guess you could say. I started out getting the tracks glued in, and that was also the first year that I got my highlights for the first time. I got bleached highlights, and I thought that they were really, really cool. My bleached highlights matched my my weave hair, and I remember, like, as soon as my hair would grow out, my hair would break right away. So it still stayed about this length, and it never really grew past that. That was also the first year I got braids for the first time. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of them. I was never really a fan of braids or box braids. I just never really liked how they looked on me. So that was like the first and the last time I ever had braids. Then after that, yeah, first year of high school, and that's when I got my first real weave, my first sew-in, and I thought I was so cool. My mom had gotten me my first flat iron for Christmas when I was 13, the year before, so I was like a pro at flat ironing my hair then. I was still getting it relaxed, and I would always flat iron you know, my leave out to blend in with my weave, so it would blend perfectly and no one would ever be able to tell that it was not my hair. And I remember back then, for some reason, I always thought that the longer I kept my weave in, the more natural it looked. So I was leaving my weaves in for what, like 3-4 months back then. And looking back at it now, like, that's really gross and I should not have done that. It probably was really bad for my scalp back then, but I did not care. I just thought, you know, if it hangs down lower, then you can't see the bump at your scalp and it looks a lot, you know, it looks more natural. So that's what I was doing for the next two to 3 years. So all through high school I was getting weaves and I would get them longer and longer. I was really, really obsessed with my weaves and making sure that they looked natural. You know, you really couldn't tell me that my weaves did not look bomb. Like, as far as I was concerned, I had the best weaves in my whole school. You know, like, I looked the best. And yeah, I don't know if it was worth it for what happened next, but that's what I was on. So yeah, I was just getting weaves and relaxing my hair. And for some reason, I also felt like if your hair was not burning, if your scalp was not burning when you were relaxing your hair, then your hair was not getting straight. So every time I would go to my hairdresser and she would relax my hair, it would be burning and she would say, oh, it's fine, just 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. And I would just listen to her and it would be excruciating. The pain was so bad. Like, I really don't know why we went through all of that just to have straight hair. Like, for what? I don't know. I really have no idea why I put myself through that. But obviously the results of that are that you get scabs on your scalp and you don't take care of them because it's just a normal thing for you. You know, the scabs just fall off and your hair grows back. But my hair didn't. You know, it never clicked to me that it's actually bad for your scalp to be burning. You know, like, looking back and thinking about it, it just seems so ridiculous to me that I was just like putting myself through all this stuff just so that my hair would be straight, just so that it would look natural when I would wear my weaves. I feel like everything in combination, everything I was doing, from like the relaxing to wearing my weaves for like, what, I would wear them for like, what, 3-4 months? And like, honestly, thinking back, that's ridiculous. That's insane. I could never imagine wearing a weave now for 3 months. You know, like, that's messed up. And it's not like I wasn't washing my hair. I was washing my hair. I would wash my hair every week. And every week I would blow dry, flat iron so that my hair blended. You know, like, but back then I didn't know any better. I think I was about 16 when I got a relaxer and it burned my scalp really bad, like right here. And I obviously got a scab over it and I just brushed it off. I didn't think it was any big deal. It happened all the time. So a couple months went by and the hair just stopped growing there. It wasn't growing back. And like, I wasn't worried. I just thought, okay, maybe I just need to add something else to my hair so the hair grows back. So my hairdresser gave me this hair oil to use. Some sort of hair oil that's supposed to make your hair grow back. And I would use that religiously. I'd slather it on and just hope and pray that my hair will grow back, and it never did. So I was just like, okay, let me just keep doing this, and then I'm sure it'll grow back. I'm sure it will. So I continued with the relaxing. I wasn't doing it as often. I think I was doing it like maybe once or twice a year at that point. I continued with my weaves because I wanted to cover the spot, and I was just hoping and praying that it would grow back. I was like, I just have to give it some time. It'll grow back. It'll grow back. And it just never did. So then I think it was about this big. Yeah, it was about this big. And that's when I decided to go to a dermatologist because, yeah, I was worried. Like, I was scared. And I was really sad and depressed because it wasn't growing back. And I wasn't able to do a middle part anymore. You know, I had to move over a bit to the side. And I didn't like how that looked. So I went to the dermatologist. No, I went to my doctor first. And she gave me a steroid cream. And she said, use this. And if it doesn't work, then I'll send you to a dermatologist. So I used that for a bit and it didn't work. Yeah, it just kept getting bigger and bigger. I went to see the dermatologist with like hope that maybe she could do something. And I remember waiting there for like 45 minutes only to have a 5-minute appointment with this woman. And she just said, yeah, it's damaged. It's not growing back. It's never going to grow back. You're just going to have to either wear wigs or just, you know, just live with it. And I was devastated. I remember just crying and crying after. I remember crying and crying and wondering why I didn't just go to the doctor or to the dermatologist right when it happened. Maybe then, you know, I'd be able to save my hair. Maybe then I'd be able to not have this huge bald spot like right in the front of my hair. Yeah. And I think that's when I just decided, you know, that's it. Like, I'm not relaxing my hair anymore. I barely relax it anyways. What's the point? Like, I'm just gonna try and do this natural thing, and maybe if I just leave my hair alone for this, you know, for the time being, then maybe it'll grow back. Maybe. You know, like, I never lost hope. And clearly, like, I couldn't do a big chop because I had a big bald spot in the front of my hair. And yeah, so I just decided to transition. I didn't tell many people in my life about my bald spot. Maybe, you know, a handful of people knew, and those were the people who I was allowing to see my hair. Like my cousin, I was still getting weaves like every now and again, and I would have her do them for me. So she was one of the people who knew because she would see my hair. And my mom's friend who would cut my hair every time I would straighten it, like maybe once a year when I straighten my hair to get it cut, she was the one who I would let cut my hair because I trusted her. And she knew because obviously, you know, she could see it when she was cutting it. I have never been back to a hairstylist. I have never been to a salon because I'm just extremely embarrassed. Yeah, I've never been to a hairdresser. I've never been to a salon because I'm just embarrassed and I'm afraid of what people might say if they see my hair. Yeah, it's just really, it's tough. It does a lot to your self-esteem because, you know, you're always trying to be in control of how you appear. You always want to make sure that your hair is in just the right place so that the wind doesn't blow it and people don't see your hair and they say, oh my gosh, like, what happened to her? You know, like, that's just always been my nightmare. So that's why I always have a deep part. Anytime I go outside and it's windy, I make sure to wear a hat or I put bobby pins in so that my hair doesn't blow. you know, like it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, and it does a lot to your self-esteem. It does a lot to your confidence. So that's why I decided to go natural, is because I did not want to do any further damage to my hair. And it was kind of tough going natural back then because all I had to rely on was YouTube. You know, like back then, all the things that we have now in our stores, like we didn't have those back then. I had to go to the States to get my products. And at first it was tough because, you know, to drive, at least 2 hours just to get hair products? Like, that's insane. But I was doing it, and I started out with Shea Moisture and, you know, my Eco Styler, which are still staples for me to this day. But it really took a lot of trial and error to figure out what products worked for me and what products didn't, and how I like to wear my hair natural and how I didn't. So I've always really loved doing wash and goes, but I noticed that it's more difficult to retain your length, or at least to retain mine in this climate that I live in. All the years that I was doing wash and goes, my hair never really grew that much. You know, like it would grow, but my hair was still splitting at the ends. And I think that's just because I wasn't getting my hair trimmed regularly. I wasn't doing a good job of keeping my ends moisturized. It took a lot of trial and error to figure out what my hair likes and how often I need to moisturize and keep my hair hydrated, and what products my hair really loves and which ones it doesn't like at all. So I feel like today I'm at a really good place with my hair. I've figured out what it really likes, and it's growing and it's, you know, healthy. But looking back, a lot of things make sense, especially my obsession with like DIYs and ways to grow your hair fast. I've always been obsessed with that because I would always hold out hope that maybe one of these remedies would fix my bald spot and grow my hair back. And honestly, like the only thing that is kind of working is MSM. You know, like my hair is not growing back like how it is for the rest of my scalp, but it isn't completely bald, if I can say that. You know, it's not like bald like this. I have hair growing, but it's not like the rest of my head. The reason I wanted to make this video and to share it with you guys is, you know, because maybe my experience can help someone else out there. We really need to pay attention to our scalp. We really need to listen to our hair when it's telling us that things are not right or that it doesn't like certain things, because it's so easy to mess up your scalp and then have bald spots. You know what I mean? I remember when I finally got onto YouTube, you know, like I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel ever since I went natural. Like I've always wanted to share my story. I just I've never had the courage to do it. I've never wanted to put myself out there like that. I've never wanted to expose my biggest secret, I guess. I came across a really wonderful lady. I don't know if she's still on YouTube. I don't know what happened to her, but yeah, I came across her channel maybe like 2 years ago. And her channel was Pretty Princess Lisa, I think it was. She'd always leave the sweetest comments on my videos. And I really, really enjoyed her. She would always do wig reviews, and, you know, I always wondered why she would wear wigs. But then she posted a video one day and she was explaining why she wears wigs. And it's because she had skin conditions which caused her hair to fall out. And so she was completely bald. And she had so much courage to share her story, you know? And I was like, wow, like, I can't believe that this lady is completely bald and she's sharing her story on the internet for other people. Like, I was just in awe. I was like, I wish I had enough confidence to do that. I wish that I could share my story, you know? And you can't do anything before you're ready. I feel like I'm finally ready to share my story with you guys. I just hope that it helps someone. I hope that my video comes across to you if you're going through a similar situation, or, you know, if you also have a bald spot and you feel hopeless and you feel like it's really affected your self-esteem. I hope that, you know, you can see my video and see my channel and see that you can still wear your hair how you want. You can still wear styles and still feel pretty and beautiful. I guess that's it. That's my natural hair journey. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that for someone this video helps you and helps you to feel a bit better about yourself and about your hair. If you guys want to share your stories, please, please, please leave a comment below. I really would love to hear about your natural hair journey or why you decided to become natural as well. Yeah, and if you are not a part of the channel yet, if you guys have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Just hit that subscribe button so you guys can see more awesome videos that I will be putting out. I'm trying to get more content out to you guys. I feel like I've been pretty successful at constantly keeping up with my videos and giving you guys a video a week. So hopefully I can increase that and give you guys a bit more than one video a week. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Again, like I said, leave a comment below of your natural hair journey or why you guys decided to go natural. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!